Hey, it's Lewis Hedges. Can I share something with you? No matter who you are, the way we have been advocating for life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness has been disrupted. I do think it's such a struggle because of how many issues there are that profoundly impact the quality of life for so many individuals. It reminds me that when I travel and meet people in places, I'll ask questions like, when was the last time you walked down to the neighbor and shared with them what you're doing? Or when was the last time our community got together with that community? And far too frequently, the answer is never. We can no longer imagine a space in which we hold anything in common with those people. The truth is, if you lost to people that you don't talk to. Years ago, I lived and worked in the Western Cascades of Oregon. Now, 10 years prior was the last time a presidential candidate came out of right field and surprised the nation. And there were tree sits and spotted owl wars all over the Pacific Northwest. When I was there, the animosity was still so great between the mill town and the environmentalists with whom I worked, who had won protection for the old growth forest. My friends and I would go down to the local bar. It sat right beside the last surviving timber mill, and there was a huge sign on the right-hand side of the doorway that said, "We support the timber industry." And here we were, long-haired, patchouli-smelling hippies walking in the front door and ordering up with everybody else. These were lumberjacks, mechanics, grocers, all people whose lives were deeply and broadly affected by the economic collapse that came with wilderness protection. And we bought each other beers, swapped stories, got to know each other. Most importantly, we respected each other. And there was one day when the bartender leaned close and said, "You know, I go up there sometimes, take a walk in those woods. It is beautiful. Maybe it's a good thing they protect it." The space between our personal mission and the lived reality of people around us is the chasm into which our cause fell this election. We have to tell our story better. It's got to resonate in the lives of people in the real world. And we have to hear their stories more clearly and realize that to vote for an ideal when you are working so hard to make your life work is a real struggle. And my feeling is that further distancing ourselves from people with whom we disagree is not going to be any more convincing or win us any more support. But sharing each other's lives over a beer or over a cup of coffee just might.